I hope you enjoyed that little showcase. If you're still sticking around, you must be interested. So, let's start off. I'm Tanakorn from the Gold Rush dev team. Welcome to the first devlog of Treasure Hunters, a casual multiplayer game for you and your friends. For today, I will be talking about the origin of the game. Future devlogs will talk about what has happened in the development and the processes for them. I'm still quite new to this, so if you have any tips or would like to see something, please feel free to comment it below. Anywho, let's start at the beginning. It's the 11th of February 2021. I stumbled onto a little game jam called NSC Games Innovation Challenge. Immediately my interest was piqued because of the unique theme, the challenge, and the unique theme. I quickly asked a couple people I knew and felt comfortable working with, and we thought it would be nice to have 2 other people we haven't worked with as well. Unfortunately, someone left the development pretty early, so we ended up as a 4-person team. The first week, we designated it as the Design Week. This was due to a little gem I received from Steve Stops from a Yuki talk about managing workload, where 20% goes to planning, 50% goes to production, 30% goes into post. In the end, we had 1 week allocated for design, 3 weeks allocated for development, and we ended up with only half a week for post. I created a design document, or what I considered a design document, and we discussed the game, what assets were needed, what network solution we were going for, and just creating the general mood for the game. We brainstormed together and pulled in quite a few ideas. We had a very close last 2, but we ended up with a pretty solid choice of open world Easter egg, which we developed into a treasure hunting game. It was also very fun putting the mood board together. This was where we got the theme of treasure hunting for relics, past, and just general valuables. We chose Photon Bolt as our networking solution, as it seemed to suit our needs for now. It had a very simple user interface, and although it was tedious, for network virgins like ourselves, it was very simple, clean, and easy to set up. We decided to use Unity and GitHub for the game. The reason being is that not only did we have a very limited experience using other engines, but we also considered that we wanted a low poly 3D game, so we didn't need anything too powerful, but we couldn't go for something that specializes in 2D such as Godot. Plus, we were already comfortable working with Unity anyway. For the management of the entire process, we used many different things, and although it was very messy, I believe that it was a great trial and error type of experience. We figured out what worked and what didn't work. In the end, Discord was great for little informal ideas or quick note-taking and team meetups. The Trello board was great for keeping track of the whole project, and was mostly used by the programming team. The Google document was great for writing our ideas and actually coming to grips with everything, so that there was very few misunderstandings and we were all on the same page. However, for management it wasn't good at all. It sounds like it went by easily, but reality was we had no idea what we were doing or what was the better thing to do. We even considered hand placing every single obstacle in engine instead of the procedural approach we now have. So now we have moved into week 2. So it was week 1 of the development stage. We got these awesome concept art for the environment from Joseph. This got us really excited, as they were just, you can see they look amazing. We also got some quick prototype models of the obstacles that we could use in-engine from Elspeth, so we could see how it looks and feels. She also hashed out great concept art for our character model, and we really loved the whole vibe the character gave off. Really reminds me of Indiana Jones. Meanwhile, Joe got our net working. I'm not sorry. We could find a game and play together, and simply getting this to work got us really excited, as it showed us it was possible and we could do it. Meanwhile, I was, Well, I had managed to get the map generator working sufficiently, and was working on the character interaction. This cost me quite a couple days, which in hindsight I shouldn't have spent so much time on refining it. Joseph started to work on the base mesh of the map. As you can see, everything is quite flat. This was done because I was unsure how well the world generator would work with the bumpiness in terrain, so we decided to play it safe with a flattish terrain. However, now, I'm quite confident that it can handle very interesting and diverse terrain, so if we end up adding another map, I'm thinking that we could allow the artist to go full out, which would be quite fun for them. Elspeth managed to get the character model finished with animation, which was amazing to see. The little details such as the clothing that moves along with it was really cool. She also got some artifacts modelled, and they look amazing. On the programming side, Joe was working on networking the movement and was working on many core mechanics such as the leaderboard and timer. For this week, I was improving on the map generator, trying to make it run as efficiently as possible and trying to come to grips with the networking concept and codebase, as I haven't actually touched it yet. Everything that I had done so far is non-networked, so that I could work on and test the features that don't currently need to be networked, while the main bulk of the network matchmaking was being made. Elspeth designed a few UI pieces and made the art for them, and they really captured a shiny gem quality, which I only noticed right now. It feels like it got some inspiration off Temple Run with the rustic UI and shiny valuables in game. Meanwhile, I worked with the art team to start importing all the assets in, correcting their size in editor and correcting their rotation in code. We finally saw all the pieces together, the cool character, the vast map, the teal sky, and god damn it is this empty. Oh wait, let's generate some stuff. Bloody brilliant. Joe and Elspeth was working on trying to import the animations in correctly, and as you can see, it wasn't going so well. We hit quite a time snag on this one, and it really annoyed us on why it wasn't working. I don't actually know how we fixed it, but let's hope we never have that problem again. I was trying to convert all my scripts into the networked scripts, and combine some scripts together so mine and Joe's work was all in one now. I also worked with the art team to get the camera in a nice perspective. The only issue was that I had trouble making the code to control more complex camera movement, so I put that on a shelf for another day. I was also doing the sound effects and music, and I may have chosen a really annoying menu music. Trust me, that gets really annoying when you're testing for the 150th time. And naturally, me and Joe also spent a lot of time finding bugs and fixing some of them as well. Last week, not even that, we got all the art imported, the UI, the models, the promotional art like the icons. Everything is there and it looks great. However, on the programming side, we still had a lot of work to do. We had to figure out why the game was running at 5 FPS, which in the end was due to how we handled the networking, why the game was crashing inconsistently. We had to stop adding new content and just fully focus on polishing what we already had. This was a tough week. In the end, we released the game and it was a mess to say the least. It was definitely a big undertaking, but we learned so much and I don't think any of us regret that we took the project. Anyways, I set up the project page and we tried out some other games. We had a lot of fun playing them, and there were some weird ones. For some reason, a lot of them had the description of "please rate, I am 14-year-old boy, want to be big." What? So we went back full time to our uni work and taken a break and waited for the news. On the 8th of April, we found out who won the competition. It wasn't us. But we did get honourable mentions, which was really cool. We're very confident that if we had the extra 4 weeks, we could have got in the top 3. The games that did win were the ones we expected to be competitors. They were really good, and I'd recommend you try them out if you can. Over the next couple months, me and Joe tried to work on it if we had spare time, bug fixing it mostly. However, we were consumed by our uni work, as were Elspeth and Joseph. It was only till the 10th of May that the team got back together and we started making plans for it. We set out some goals for the game. Firstly, we'd release it as a proper game. After all, it didn't feel official unless it was on Steam, and of course, Steam has a much larger reach than itch.io does. Being a multiplayer game, we needed as many players as possible to make it a success. Secondly, we would try to get it done by September. The reason being is that our core starts up again in September, so in the time I'm writing this, we have only a month and a half left. Of course, if we find that we actually have time, we will continue working on it, but we're just unsure currently. Lastly, we will learn and enjoy the rest of the process. After all, this was what the project was about, learning. Even if it ends up not so successful, hopefully by the end of this we will have picked up some skills, which we all have, and some insights and experience in releasing a game complete with marketing and community building. So yes, this channel is a part of the marketing plan in attempts to garner some attention and build a community. However, it's not just for that. We hope that we can give the community some insights and maybe other fellow game devs and students on our processes and what it was like. After all, there isn't that many devlogs on multiplayer games, and we thought it might be nice to try to include that. It was also a way for us to look back on what we've done, reminisce, and learn from the entire experience. So come join me and Team Gold Rush on our very risky first game, and I'll see you in the next devlog. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, this is Joe from the Treasure Hunters dev team. We've created a Discord for the community where you can have a look at our daily updates and take part in the discussion. You could also get the opportunity to take part in our bi-weekly playtest, provide feedback, and your suggestion could very well be put in the game. So have a look in the description or click the pop-up on this video to join the community. We look forward to chatting with you there.